Get the tools you need to become a free and independent trainer with my Dumbbells to Dollars course at www.dumbbells2dollars.com. How are you doing, everybody? Jonathan here, and in this video, and this might be a 10-minute video, 10 minutes or less, your original Fit Boss is going to go over 10 personal traits that are actually more important to your success than your personal training certification for those of you that are in the fitness industry and all your fitness professionals. And I'm not necessarily telling you not to get certified. Part of the reasons why I put that title for this video is to get the clicks from the trolls, because you know you got to help that YouTube algorithm out, get your attention. But I have to express to you that even when you have a certification, if you don't have these things, you're going to struggle. So you got to cultivate this in you, and it will help you to make your business, your services, a lot more attractive to your prospective clients. All right, so let's start from the top. Let's work our way down. I'll try to keep this short. The first trait that a personal trainer needs to have is likability. All right, people have to naturally like you. All right, now that doesn't mean that you have to be nice. Some trainers I know are actually like, you know, very much against the grain. They're kind of abrasive, but people want that in a trainer anyway. You know, that's the kind of client that says, I want somebody that's going to yell at me. All right, so that doesn't necessarily mean that you're overly nice, but you have to be like attractive to people. People have to want to be around you. You have to be likable. You have to be the type of person that they think is going to help them get to their end goal. And if you're not likable, you've lost. There's nothing you can do. All right, I don't care how much you know, it's going to wear off, or you'll be replaced by somebody more likable and sometimes even less knowledgeable. All right, the second thing that you're going to need is going to be common sense. All right, so here's the thing. I take so much issue when it comes to personal training certifications, mainly because when people get certified, and I did a poll about NASM, I asked, okay, how many people actually use the OPT model? None of them used the OPT model. Well, 13% of them did. So overwhelming majority did not use the information that they actually studied for to get their certification. They just got it for the sake of like prestige or whatever. So then they kind of go rogue and run their own workouts. And if you're going to do that, fine. I'm sure you have some basic knowledge, or at least I hope you do, that you apply to your training. But you have to apply common sense. And I can't tell you the number of times that I've seen trainers do just dumb things with their clients that get their clients hurt. I literally saw in a gym, a trainer thought it would be a good idea to have a client stand unassisted on a Swiss ball, not a Bosu ball, but a Swiss ball, so no flat base. And of course, the client fell. I looked, I watched in horror. Luckily, they weren't hurt so bad. But, you know, trainers just make stuff up because they think it's going to look cool, and they don't practice common sense. So, you know, even if you're not going to use the model that they teach you, use common sense when it comes to training. All right, keep people safe. The next thing that's going to be helpful for you is organizational skill. All right, you have to get organized in terms of managing clients. And you have to understand that a lot of people aren't successful when it comes to weight loss, getting more tone, getting stronger, because they don't have an organized life. And they kind of rely on you to put everything, I feel like my camera's off. They rely on you to put everything in perspective for them, all right, to kind of organize their day so that they can see their success. And if you're not organized, if you're just some random person that does things without thinking, you can't help them. So you're going to have an organized mind. You're going to have organizational skills. All right. The next thing that you're going to need is sales skills. Okay. You have to be able to sell. It's not just about knowing how to do a bicep curl correctly or how to squat correctly. You have to be able to transfer the energy that you have about your service over to the client in order for them to part with their money to give to you. All right, and if you're unable to do that, if you don't cultivate your sales skills, then you're going to struggle a lot. All right, and there are a lot of things that you can do to cultivate your sales skills. You can just buy books on selling. You can listen to like Zig Ziglar. He's like an old time motivational speaker. He has like DVDs and audiobooks on selling. Whatever you can get your hands on to make you a better salesperson, do it. All right. The next thing you're going to need is diligence. All right. And I put this in because in the beginning, the fitness industry doesn't necessarily give you everything. All right. You may see in the beginning like a windfall of support from your family or friends, but every trainer goes through that dry spell or it seems like nobody wants to train, or everybody's taking off on vacation, or everybody's quitting for whatever reason, COVID happened, and you're going to need diligence. You're going to need to constantly work at this if you're going to be successful, because you have to understand this is not like always a reliable industry. Your income may go through ebbs and flows, and if you just quit every time you have like a downtime, you're never going to make it. I see a lot of trainers that go through that. They get their certification, it gets rough for a little bit, they quit, and then, they never do anything. So you got to be diligent, stay in the game. All right. The next thing you're going to need is creativity. So in order to keep your clients engaged, you're going to have to learn how to do things differently. You're going to have to learn how to engage your clients. I have a video from like years and years and years ago about being an entertainer. And the idea was that people don't just want to be trained, they want to be entertained. All right. And sometimes you're not going to have access to all the equipment that you want, all the space that you want, all the time that you want. So you're going to have to be creative with how you're going to give your client an experience that they want to keep coming back to. So make sure that you flex your creativity muscles rather. And if you can't come up with ideas, ask your clients for ideas. They'll give you what they want. You just have to make it work as long as you use your common sense. The next one is going to be assertiveness. You got to be assertive as a trainer. When you see an opportunity, you can't just, sit back and go like, maybe it'll work. Maybe I'll do something. No, you have to actually go after what you want. All right. And it takes me to this one trainer that I was speaking to. They had run like a class for a bunch of college kids, about 20 kids. And then they were like, oh, this can lead to something more. And I was like, absolutely it could. So you're going to follow up with these people, right? And this trainer said, yes, I'll follow up with them next week. I just told them, you need to follow up with them the day after you run your sessions, all right, so that you can try to get referrals, get their parents, get their friends, whatever the case may be. How long ago did you train these clients? The trainer then told me I trained them about 3 weeks ago. I was like, bro, it's over. It's over. They already forgot about you. They don't even know who you are. You have to be assertive. You have to be the one to take action on a potential client. And if you wait on things and you're not willing to say, hey, I'm available, or hey, I can train your friends, or hey, I want to do this, it's going to be very hard for you to succeed. The next thing you need is going to be empathy. All right. So you're going to run into clients that have dealt with a number of roadblocks in their lives, which have led them to unhealthy habits. All right. I've dealt with things in terms of clients. My clients have dealt with things that I've never dealt with. There are some things that I cannot relate to. I can relate to, growing up a chubby kid and then finding sports, but I can't relate to like physical or emotional abuse, which causes me to eat. I can't relate to, having all these kids or an unappreciative significant other. And, that's why they can't, that's why you can't eat as well as you want to. I can't relate to maybe having this high stress job. So you have to be able to put yourself in the person's shoes and try to meet them where they are. Right? You can't expect that people just can apply the same tools that you did in order to get in shape. You have to meet them where they are, and you can only do that if you learn to see things from their perspective. So you have to practice empathy so that you can relate to your client better. The next thing that you're going to need to develop is going to be business sense. Now, you may say, I already said that. No, I said sales skills, and that's very different. Sales skills is a transfer of energy and emotion. All right. Business sense is it's much less emotional. It's creating an infrastructure through which your services can be offered. So it's, your pricing, it's your availability, it's the terms of your contracts, it's what you're willing to offer and what you're not willing to offer, it's how you increase your rates. All of that goes into your business sense. All right. To a degree, it's also marketing. So you want to make sure that you pick up a book on building a business, that you understand how people operate in terms of like purchasing behavior. A lot of times when I'm helping trainers build their websites, the main thing that they struggle with is their pricing. Like they don't know what to offer and how to offer it. They don't know how to structure that. So make sure that if you don't know how to do it yourself, you learn to do it, or you get somebody that understands pricing. The last thing is that you're going to have to be a great communicator. All right. And in training, you have to be able to conceptualize things for people. All right. Make it make sense for them. And you best are going to do this with your words. All right. Also, when it comes to training, especially if you're going to do group, you have to be able to explain things with words because you can't physically get to everybody every time. So you have to be able to explain like body position, breathing. You have to be able to speak well. All right. When it comes to conceptualization, one of the best things I heard when I first started training was a trainer talking about exercise and diet. And he said, if you're trying to drive a nail, if achieving your fitness goals is driving a nail through a piece of wood, you have to understand that the wood is your goal, the exercise is the nail, but nutrition is the hammer. You can't get to your goals with just exercise alone. Nutrition is the main thing that you're going to need for everything else to work. All right. And when he said that, I was like, oh, that makes a whole lot of sense. So being able to come up with creative ways to explain nutrition, exercise, and positioning to your clients is going to help you greatly. All right. So those are my 10 things that you absolutely need to cultivate if you want to be successful as a trainer. And if you can do those things, I'm not going to say that you don't need a certification, but I've seen trainers that have all this stuff and don't have the same kind of qualifications that other certified trainers have, and they're very successful. I've seen a lot of certified trainers that don't have a lot of these, and they struggle a lot. All right, so there's more to the game than just, what's in the manual. Cultivate these personal traits. Now, there's one extra thing. It's kind of a bonus, number 11, and especially now, you have to be tech savvy. All right, you got to be tech savvy. Training isn't just one-on-one anymore. There's a whole lot of competition where people are now able to train from their homes, like with the Mirror and the Peloton. Technology is making its way into the fitness industry in a way that we've never seen before. So you also have to be good with technology. When I build websites for trainers, I'm surprised, number one, how many don't know anything about websites, how many trainers are not very active on social media, how many trainers are not good with like virtual training, online workout delivery. We have to go through all of that. All right. So if you're not somebody that's good with tech and you can't train in the online space, you're kind of cutting yourself off because it's going to give you an opportunity to offer extra services to your clients. Make sure to learn that. And if you want to learn more about that, I actually have my online training course. If you want to check that out, you can go to www.dumbbellsdollars.com. In addition to that, we do offer website building services. You can also go to www.dumbbellsdollars.com, learn about our website hosting, learn about our online training course, and I guarantee you're going to be more successful. So that's about it. I hope you found this video helpful. Remember, if you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment section below. Hey, comment me. All right. If you like this video, like it because it helps my channel. But I'll be back with more videos as long as you remember to eat healthy, hydrate, drive safe, stress levels okay, rest, don't slap anybody, love your clients, hey, love you back. I'll see y'all tomorrow or the next day, and you have a good one.